Sorry guys, but due to the subject matter of this video, if you're under the age of 13, you should probably go on to the next video. Hey everyone, Don here with Don's Question of the Day. Guys, welcome to another edition of DQOTD. Not just any edition, it's our Halloween SpookyFest special. Here we go, guys. Guys, sit back and relax. It is Halloween night, guys. We have finally come to October 31st. I cannot believe the month is already gone. That is crazy. I just cannot believe that. But we've gone through 8 SpookyFest questions. The 8th one is right now. It's starting, so sit back, relax, and enjoy DQOTD's SpookyFest Halloween special. Here we go, guys. Guys, we have a few things to go along for tonight's special, but let's start off with the question of the day, our last SpookyFest question, which is, what is the most brutal way to die? For someone to die, for you to die, for your friend to die, for your family member to die. Yikes. So I thought this question was a good one to do for Halloween night because what's crazier, what's scarier than dying, guys? I can't think of a lot of things. I think we all fear dying in some way or another. Skip religion, skip what you believe happens in the afterlife, but I think the pain of dying or what might come during or after initially dying really stirs a lot of us up. It kind of messes with our heads a little bit. Now, like I said, I know we've got our faith and stuff, and we might know where we're going at the end, but is it going to hurt just a little bit to die? I don't know. We'll just have to see when we get there. It's just one of those things we have to have faith in, or we have to not fear as much as we can. But I think we do just a little bit. So guys, here we go with the results for what you said for this question. I hate to say it, but cancer was one of the ones that you guys chose a lot. So it could be any type of cancer. Of course, a lot of us deal with that. A lot of our family members have had cancer and have dealt with that. So yeah, a lot of different cancers can be really crappy ways to die, honestly. Getting hung up and skinned alive. Yikes, that sounds like a bad Halloween, well, not a bad movie, but, you know, a Halloween movie that maybe might really suck, you know, kind of like Texas Chainsaw or something like that. Yikes, no thanks. Is this thing on? Oh, is anybody in there? Sorry, I know that last one was kind of crazy. Yeah, this one is too. Try Ebola, where you're basically eaten from the inside out. Not a pretty thing. You remember 7 or 8 years ago, I think, we had the Ebola scare. It was coming over from Africa. Yikes. We don't want that in our lives, do we? Absolutely not. Yuck. Freezing to death was another one that you guys chose. Probably because it's been so cold in Kansas. That girl that was locked in a freezer, like a hotel freezer, and they found her the next day or a couple days. Oh my gosh. True story, by the way. Not a good thing. Look it up on Google. I'm just saying. Let's see. This one was bad too. Somebody taking a BB gun and shooting you with a BB gun until you die. I mean, can you imagine just the sheer pain of that? I mean, it would take a lot of BBs to take you out. I mean, they could do a lot of things to all your different body parts with these BBs before they actually, like, you know, shot you in the eye or something, you know, a couple hundred times to kill you. I don't know. That's a good one. That would be pretty bad, I think. One that I've done a lot of reading up on. I've studied Chernobyl a lot, but radiation poisoning. Yeah, not a thing that anybody wants to die from. Yikes. Just bad things. Kind of like the Ebola thing, kind of. Yeah, except it might be worse. I don't know. And then there's rabies. You guys mentioned rabies. Some people do get rabies. I guess there's no cure for it, I think, once it gets past a certain point. I haven't exactly done the research on that, but that's what I understand. So if you get bit or whatever, you get rabies, you can take the shots and be okay, I think. Comment down below. I'm not really sure on that. That's what I've heard anyways. So bleeding to death. We had a funny one in there. I thought it was funny. The ex-wife. Or some of you said the husband or the wife, that sort of thing. And I don't know how that would kill you, but, ultimately maybe it would. I don't know. Getting stabbed to death. Somebody tries to chop your head off with an axe and they miss, or it really hurts, like cuts half of it, but you're still alive. You're going to die anyways because there's no repairing you, but they're going to have to take you out again. So, and that person passed out when they tried to hack you with an axe. So they're going to have to get somebody else to come and get you and hack you again. Not good. Another humorous kind of one, being bored to death. Okay, I can see that. That might kill you. I used to say that to my parents and like, you'll be fine. You're bored? Let's do some house chores, right? Happy Halloween, kids. Not being able to breathe, I guess, not just suffocating or something, but just like maybe your throat swells up or something and you can't breathe. Oh, that just gives me the shakes and shivers. That is not, I just wouldn't want to have that at all. A huge one was being buried alive. Can you imagine that? Getting thrown in a coffin, you wake up and you're like, oh my gosh, if you're claustrophobic, cover your ears and your eyes because that's just not a good thing. I'm not claustrophobic, I don't think anyways, but not something I would want to do. Now, I would sleep in a coffin because I had a question about that last year, I believe, and I would sleep in a coffin, but I wouldn't want to be locked in there or not have a place, not be able to push it open and, get out of there. So there's that too, guys, to think about. Getting cut up into little sections by a murderer, probably. Nope, I'm good, thanks. Let's see. Getting stuck inside of a wood chipper. Oh, parts of you going everywhere. No, I don't think so. Absolutely not. Chainsaw to the middle. I don't know if this means that they cut you up like in the middle, like all sawed all the way through. Yeah, no. Your blood and guts and intestines spilling out everywhere. Yuck. Eaten by a shark or getting, shark attacked and then eventually dying. No, definitely not. When we went to the ocean this last time, 5 years ago or so, it was around then, I didn't want to go out into the water too far. It kind of creeped me out, man. I kind of found out that I kind of have a phobia about sharks, which is funny, and I might have said this in another video, but when I was younger, I used to love sharks, and I used to study them, and I knew a lot about sharks, so that's kind of interesting. But anyways, we're talking about getting stabbed to death. Nope. Yeah, and I think that's the only other one that I was going to mention from what you guys said. Now, these were the top two that you guys said, which you could probably guess because I thought it might be this too. Guys, this is what you said were the top two that you thought were the top two most brutal ways for someone to die. So here we go, guys. The second place winner that you guys said was drowning. I can understand that, being submerged into water and just your lungs filling up with water and can you just imagine trying to get your chest to breathe and it would feel like you're in a box, like your whole body is literally in a box and you just can't breathe, or maybe a bag over your head or something. Oh, I just can't even imagine. It scares me. It really does. And then the number one most brutal that you said was burning to death. Being on fire, not being able to put yourself out. Maybe you're doused in gasoline. You have gasoline over you and you are covered in it and you are burning to death. Yikes. I know. Just not a good thing at all, guys. Guys, thank you very much for voting for this these last few days on this last SpookyFest question. Now, hold on, guys. We got more for you tonight. This is coming from Rancor.com. It's their top 10 absolute worst ways to die. I wanted to share those with you real quick and see what was said on their website. Number 10 was being dragged by a car, like being chained or roped to a car, and the car takes off. You're on the ground, getting thrown around all over the place. No, thank you. Definitely not. Number 9, beaten to death, like somebody just kicking you, punching you, maybe cutting you or scratching you, or if it's a girl or something, I don't know. If it's a group of people, maybe they're throwing shoes at you, however it might be, you're getting beat the crap out. So that's not a good thing. Number 8, drawn and quartered. Number 7, suffocation. So like having a bag over your head. No, not good. Kind of like drowning is what I said. Number 6, crucifixion. So being put on a cross, getting your hands nailed to the cross and your feet as well. Not a good situation at all. And I'm not trying to get religious with that. I'm just saying, if that were to happen to you. Number 5 on their list is drowning, which I thought was interesting because you said that would be your second most brutal. So very interesting. Number 4, execution by burning. So kind of like being burnt, kind of like being burned alive, except you're on a stake, I guess, kind of like a cross, but you're being burned on a cross, which I would think would suck even more because you can't, you're literally on this cross, you can't move. You can't, move your arms or legs or anything. I don't know. I think that would be maybe worse, but I don't know. That's what they said by their number 4. Number 3, a slow dismemberment. So kind of like we talked about, getting cut up in portions and stuff like that. Number 2, which you guys did mention. I don't know if I mentioned that you mentioned it, but you did, a few of you. Being buried alive. Yeah, we talked about that, the casket. Sorry, this video is being cut up in different sections and stuff. So, yeah, being buried alive, number 2. So, yeah, I would agree. Just creepy stuff. Not something you want to wake up because you're 6 feet under probably or lower and it's not looking good for you. Number 1 is being burned alive. So that was one that we all agreed on. So very interesting stuff there, in my opinion anyways. Guys, that kind of does it for the question of the day, but wait, we got more. Just for S&Gs, I thought I'd throw in another top 10, kind of Halloweenish top 10. And this top 10 comes from southblueprint.com, southblueprint.com. So thank you guys for giving us this top 10. This is the top 10 ways things you could do for Halloween. So if you're sitting there tonight thinking, what am I going to do tonight for Halloween? And you don't really know what to do, this might help you. I don't know. Some of this stuff's a little corny, so bear with me. I'm just saying. Number 10, guys, catch up on some sleep. Hey, why not? If you're an adult, you don't have any kids, you don't like candy, you don't like trick-or-treating, guys, this is your night. Catch up on some sleep. Heck, stay indoors, lay back and just watch your favorite TV series or whatever might be on TV. It is Halloween, so you could watch some scary movies. Just saying. Number 9, take some kids trick-or-treating. Maybe there's some kids out there that wouldn't otherwise be able to enjoy getting candy or being able to go out onto the street and trick-or-treat unless they had a volunteer like yourself. So I don't know, just being kind and helping some kids out. I think that would be kind of cool. Just don't let them play any tricks on you. I'm just saying. Number 8, go outside, check out what people are doing, what they're wearing, and you get to judge people's costumes. I mean, why not? Maybe you get invited to a party, or you throw a party yourself. They come in with their costumes and just kind of check out everybody's costume. Even if you're not judging them, you could check out what they're wearing. And I think that would be kind of cool, in your own head. You could be like, that's not such a great costume. They look kind of silly. Number 7, guys, on this list, go trick-or-treating yourself. Duh, it's Halloween. I mean, if you're an adult, you might get some weird looks, like you by yourself. Number 6, of course, carve some pumpkins. Why not? What more than a carved pumpkin says Halloween? Seriously. I know he's not carved, but he's a little pumpkin, but that's okay. It's fun too. You can get creative with it, carving pumpkins has come a long way since I was a kid. Just saying. We've got number 5 at staying at your door, listening for the doorbell or a knock on the door, and handing out candy, of course. What adult doesn't love to do that, right? Just saying. Sometimes that can be annoying, but anyways. It is cute to see little kids' costumes, just saying. Number 4, scary movie marathon. I kind of already mentioned that, but that was their number 4. So staying indoors, watching your favorite scary movie, just having a good time. It's Halloween, and it's going to be over, and it sucks, you know, because then you got Thanksgiving and Christmas, and the family's coming, and crap. Number 3 kind of goes with number 4, Halloween TV show episodes. So instead of watching a movie, you know, you go to like Sabrina on Netflix and just binge watch Sabrina, right? It's good stuff. Yeah, it is a little dark, just saying. It's not all pretty and girly and stuff. It's pretty dark, just saying. So number 2, by the way, not affiliated or not sponsored, Netflix. Number 2, dress up in costumes. Why not? That's what Halloween's all about, is wearing your costumes, guys. And how much fun is it to dress up as an adult? Because you can pretty much do whatever you want. You don't have parents telling you what to wear and what not to wear. So that was number 2. Number 1, you're gonna hate me, or gonna hate them anyways, I don't know. Number 1, start decorating for Christmas. I'm sorry, that's kind of funny. Ho, ho, ho! Merry Christmas. Halloween's over and here comes November and time change. And like I said, family coming to visit. And oh boy, I just want to go to January now. That was their number 1, guys. This is a list of things to do on Halloween night. So there we go, guys. Hope you did enjoy our SpookyFest Halloween special. If you did, please like it up, guys. Like it up. Big old bum there. Like it up. Let me know. Comment down below. Let me know what you think about today's question. And also comment if you have any comments for me or, you know, criticism or whatever. It doesn't matter. It's a special. Give me a break, guys. Give me a break. Make sure you subscribe to our channel right down below, that red subscribe button. Do it. Do it. Do it now. Subscribe and ring-a-ding-a-ding that notification bell so you'll know when we come out with a new video, guys. It's Halloween night. It's over and it sucks, but we will be back next week with our regular questions. Of course, we'll get into holiday questions too once Thanksgiving gets closer. So more about that later, guys. Stay in tune with our Facebook page. You get live videos there by yours truly, and I'll let you know more information about what is coming up. That's gonna do it, guys. I'm Don. Question everything. We'll see you in the next video. Happy Halloween, guys. Bye. Spooky. Spooky, spooky. Be safe, everyone, and respect the crap out of each other. Bye.